Hey guys, this is El Rondell, currently number 1 on Testing Land. This is just a quick tutorial video on the types of guns that are in the new version of Rosa Alpha 21. I'm currently number 1 on the server, so I thought I'd post this and help new players that are joining Rosa. I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so apologies for any mistakes here and anything else that goes wrong. So there are 4 types of guns in Rosa. The 9mm, the MP5, the AK, and the M16. These guns have their ammo according to the gun. So I'm just going to purchase a few of these here and we'll test the spread on this. So this is the 9mm. I'm just going to load my mags in real quick. I'm going to dual wield these guns just to show them off a bit. The 9mm is generally what new players will use if they spent all their money on a town car, but in no circumstances should you really be using a 9mm. The bullet spread on these guns, I'm standing about half the room's length, which is about normal for gunfight. Some will be longer, but most will be in a building, like if you meet another team in an acquisition. So this is about the usual length that you'll see somebody. I'm going to put my crosshairs here. Scroll wheel is to go in and out, make your reticle bigger, but be more accurate with the gun. But I'm going to keep it out on run for now, because you like to be able to shoot on the run, which I don't advise doing, by the way. Bullet spread's horrible. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So as you can see, a pistol's generally pretty accurate to the center of the reticle. And if I try it again, I'll get pretty accurate results as long as I'm not moving. However, if I am moving, that's going to be a different story. Again, pretty accurate for the time being. And what if I zoom in? A little bit of spread up and down, but generally still near the center of the crosshair. Again, that's from a stationary position though. Generally, once you're in a firefight, you'll have a little bit more spread. We'll be trying to move around, and it'll go up and down a bit more, sometimes even to the side. Now, if you shoot a gun while you're drawing it, that's another completely different story. The bullets are going to spread a lot more as well. So that's a 9mm. Pretty accurate, but not entirely accurate as wanted. The MP5 will next. I'm kind of just burning the ammo here, but the MP5, I'm going to load it real quick. 30 shots. I'm just going to fire straight up right here without pausing. Again, if you fire more rapidly, your shots are going to go a bit crazier as well. So as you can see here, not too bad. There's not that much spread actually, but I've been standing still. So now if I'm moving, again, some pretty crazy spread up and down when you're moving. So, still generally pretty concentrated actually. A lot of people say the MP5 is pretty inaccurate, but that's because they're using it while moving or while getting shot at. Next I'll try the AK. Oops, still have an MP5 mag. So loading the AK up, I'll move a bit farther with this one just to see how different it is. So here, about a little more than half a room's length. And I'll use just the forward right here as a reference point. Skews a little bit more to the top right between the top and the right crosshairs. So I'm going to empty this real quick. And if I zoom in, you can tell it's a little bit skewed more to the top crosshair. Again, that's from a non-moving position. Again, I'll try that for a walking position. Or actually, let's just do it while I'm running. So, as you can see, the AK has some pretty crazy spread when you're moving around. It's a gun that you're generally meant to use while you're standing still. And last, the popular M16, which a lot of people think is considered the best gun because of its price. And you'll generally see a lot of M16 ammo on the ground because people will be using it so often. So from a standing position, you can see it's pretty much exactly between this top and the right crosshair, and also very accurate, except for the first shot. The first shot, as you can see, was generally pretty close to the center of the crosshair. If you go single shots, this will almost always be true, but the more you shoot it, the more it will go to the top right. This is true for any gun, which is why a lot of people think the game is a lot different now. But if you do single shots, it's generally to the middle of the crosshair. Again, this is that's a firing angle kind of thing. But generally to the center, again assuming your gun isn't like shaking or anything like that. So zoomed in, the M16 is pretty, again, clustered to the top, similar to the AK, but that's because when you're zoomed in, you're actually shooting at a tilted angle. A lot of people, I think it's better for new players to just try shooting from a running position or from crouching position, even better. Although a lot of times in a firefight you won't have the luxury of doing that. In a car, again, that's also very different. So again, from a crouching position, the first shot was pretty close to the center of the crosshair, but the rest started skewing to the top right. Okay, let me grab another mag real quick. Oops, wrong magazine. I dropped my M16, didn't I? From crouching position, it's pretty. I believe that the crosshair goes in faster, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll go out a bit farther now. So as you can see, it still goes a bit to the right, even with steady singular shots, but quickly goes up higher when you start spraying. That's pretty much it for the guns. So as you can see, if you take single shots, they're generally more accurate, but if you start shooting your entire clip, you want to start tilting it so that your gun shoots to the top right a bit. You can generally predict these shots because, but believe me, 30 rounds goes by pretty fast in a magazine. That's all for this video. If you have any questions, hit me up on their subreddit or anything like that.